Hello, brothers and sisters. How are you doing? I'm hoping that you had a wonderful Monday. I hope that, it went good. Today, we're going to be covering 1 Nephi chapter 9. Now, this is one of the shortest, if not the shortest, chapter in all the Book of Mormon. But it carries some very important information, and not only for Nephi, but for us also. Sorry, I'm getting a little heartburn. All right, let's begin. Nephi starts off by saying that, recording that everything that we had just read happened in the Valley of Lemuel while they were in the wilderness. And I like what he says here. He says, "And now I have spoken concerning these plates. Behold, they are not the plates upon which I make a full account of the history, or my people, of my people." Sorry, my eyes are giving me problems today. History of my people. "For the plates upon which I make a full account of my people, I have given the name of Nephi. Wherefore they are called the plates of Nephi, after mine own name." Excuse me. "And these plates also are called the plates of Nephi. Nevertheless, I have received a commandment of the Lord that I should make these plates for the special purpose that there should be an account engraven of the ministry of my people." Oh, sorry about that. Now, we've come to know them as, and I think that they're called this later on in the Book of Mormon, they're called the small plates and the large plates of Nephi. The large plates are of the history of the people. Okay, kings, wars, stuff like that. The small plates are what he calls is for the ministry, the preaching of the gospel. And this is where we get this is where we get 1st, 2nd Nephi, all the way up to the Words of Mormon. Now, the Words of Mormon take over as they're part of the plates of Mormon. And like Nephi, he was commanded to keep a record of his history, of his history of his people, of his ministry. Likewise, the church in, I think it was 1831, 1832, the very first church historian was called to keep a record. Now, growing up in the church, a lot of people, I mean, I don't understand it because I didn't grow up in the church, keep journals. I know we should keep a journal for our prosperity. I keep a journal of my own. It's not as old as it looks. I actually bought this last year because I love the classic look of it. If you look at these, this is homemade paper. It's not that bleached stuff like we see here in the scriptures. This is beautiful. In here, I keep a writing of my personal teachings, stuff that have come to me through visions, through study, and the things that I feel are important. Nephi later continues. Sorry, I feel like I'm going to sneeze again. Continues, he says, upon the other plates, meaning the large plates, should be engraven an account of the reign of the kings and the wars and the contentions of my people. Wherefore, these plates are for the more part of the ministry, and the other plates for the more part of the reign of the kings and the wars and contentions of my people. And then finally, and this is going to be a short video, guys. Seriously, it's almost done. Verse 5, he says, wherefore the Lord hath commanded me to make these plates for a wise purpose in him, which purpose I know not. And this goes back to a couple days ago when I was telling you that we don't always know what God has planned. All we have to do is trust in him. He has his reasons. He has his way of doing things. We have to trust not only in his plan, but his timing as well. There's a reason why God wanted Nephi to keep these two separate records. Nephi had no idea that this was going to happen when he was writing this. But here in verse 6 really tells you a lot about Nephi. He says, but the Lord knoweth all things from the beginning, wherefore he prepareth a way to accomplish all his works among the children of men. For behold, he hath all power unto the fulfilling of his words. So we may not know why he wants to keep us a journal. We may not know why we go through trials, certain trials. We may not know in this life at all. We may feel like God has forgotten us. I promise you he hasn't. He knows each one of us. He knows us by name. He is the ideal, perfect Father. He knows each of us. He knows us better than we know ourselves. And so let's try and keep journals. Let's try to keep a record of our lives, if not our lives, of the things that are spiritually important to us. All right. Well, that being said, this is the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It helps and give me encouragement. I do hope that you share my videos. That way more people can join us. And we will see you guys tomorrow. Remember that I love you guys. I do think about you. I pray about you. And you're important. Don't let anyone ever tell you otherwise. God loves you. Christ loves you. And I know the brethren love everyone. They pray for you. And I'm thankful for a living prophet and living apostles. You guys have a wonderful evening. Get plenty of sleep. And we'll see you Tuesday.